All right. So here we go. This is the final tally on the Blazers trade. I'm going to talk about Jrue Holiday going to the Boston Celtics. But first of all, Portland. Obviously, we all know the final tally on the trade. Portland gets DeAndre Ayton, Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, Timoni Kamara, 3 first-round picks from Golden State, top 4 protected, 29 Bucks and Celtics unprotected, and 2028 and 2030 Milwaukee pick swaps. So I really think Portland had a lot of good assets from this trade and the deals that they had made earlier. And this is actually very good compensation for the Blazers, especially you get DeAndre Ayton. You hope he could revitalize something there. Robert Williams has to stay healthy, but he's not the worst big in the world. You got Malcolm Brogdon, who is not the worst point guard, but he can add some value and a help on the bench. Maybe you trade him to get more pieces. Timoni Kamara, I like that pickup. Don't know who he is, but I'm assuming that they gave him up. Then obviously you got a lot of picks for the future, which is really good for them. 3 first-round picks for 2024. Golden State, top 4 protected. They have a 2029 pick. Bucks and Celtics unprotected pick. And the 2028 and 2030 Milwaukee pick swaps in the Dame trade. If you look at this for the Blazers, I would give this a really good grade of like an A. I think they had a really good offseason. I know they moved Damian Lillard, they moved Jrue Holiday, and they got a lot of assets to build around Scoot, Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simons. You have now Aiden, you have Jeremy Grant, you have Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon. Maybe you make a move to get rid of Malcolm Brogdon and try to get some value out of it. I mean, you could definitely do that. I know Malcolm Brogdon has been healthy in the past few years, but I mean, if you're looking at this for Portland, like this is huge. Like this changes their organization. Obviously, they have so many guys in their future, and we look at this like this is a bad thing. So obviously, after this, we have the Jrue Holiday trade, and Jrue Holiday goes to the Boston Celtics. Portland gets Robert Williams and Malcolm Brogdon in that deal and some picks from the Bucks and Celtics, 2 unprotected picks and a pick from Golden State, and 3 first-round picks in 2024. Golden State and top 4 protected pick. So, I mean, this is huge for them, for the Celtics to get their point guard. And, man, Bucks and Celtics might have one of the best, might be the Eastern Conference team. And it's going to be fun. I think the Celtics really did a good job of getting out Malcolm Brogdon and getting out of a hurt Robert Williams. And obviously now you get Jrue Holiday, which is a very good perimeter defender, is a good scorer on offense. And, I mean, he could help Celtics. They needed a guard. They've needed a guard for a while now. And Jrue Holiday gets that. And, obviously, that is huge for the Celtics to get a point guard of that caliber with Tatum and Porzingis and Jaylen Brown and what they're doing in their future. So this is huge for Portland to get a lot of assets that they can build for the future, and obviously they can get better and go on that rebuild, and obviously maybe even compete in the next few years. So we'll see how this all affects their future. But I mean, good job if you're Portland. You got a lot of good assets. You got some players that you can utilize. Maybe you trade Malcolm Brogdon for some more picks, maybe some more value, maybe get a player or 2. But, I mean, if you're Portland, like, this is some great compensation, the picks side of things. And now, obviously, offensively, you have Aiden and Robert Williams. You can use them. So, very good for them. And then let's move on to the Bucks. Obviously, Damian Lillard goes there. The Bucks today, my team got Cameron Payne on a 1-year minimum value. I like that move for them, 1-year minimum vet. I think that's a good move. Get someone on the bench for some depth, but good move for the Bucks there. But obviously the big thing is they have Damian Lillard, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, and Bobby Portis, and how their team is, and Pat Connaughton, etc. Beauchamp too. I think the Bucks and Celtics are your the Eastern Conference final matchup. And I mean, the Bucks, the Bucks lose great perimeter defense, but I mean, you retain really good offense, and Bucks and Celtics about to fight for it. But at the end of the day, this is a crazy offseason. Obviously, the Bucks got a whole lot better on offensive side of the ball instead of defense, and then the Celtics got better with getting a point guard and giving up, not too much value. And they obviously and the Portland Trailblazers got a lot of value from the Dame trade, and were able to ship out Jrue Holiday to get more picks, and they've obviously built up their team, so and got some stuff from the Suns as well. So this is a huge trade for them. Obviously for Portland, like, this is as good as it could have been, especially with the Dame situation. So obviously I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions. What do you think about the trade? Who do you think really won this? Did the Suns? I actually don't think the Suns got... Obviously, the Suns, they were able to get Grayson Allen, Deion Jackson, Nazir Little, and obviously they got the bigger name, Yusuf Nurkic from the Portland Trailblazers. So there's a lot of value that Portland got out of it. Obviously, the Celtics, you could say got better or they got worse. I can't really go off of that. And then obviously the Blazers got a lot of assets in the future to compete maybe in the next few years, obviously, with the team they have. And then the Bucks obviously have Dame and Giannis, and they're going for a ring. Just like the Celtics are going with Jrue Holiday, Tatum, and Jaylen Brown. And obviously, the Bucks have Dame, Giannis, Middleton, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, Beauchamp, Campaign, etc. Pat Connaughton, so Bobby Portis, so obviously the Bucks went out and kind of revamped their team, have the Giannis brothers as well. And then, who is a loser from all of this? I think there's one team that could be identified as a loser because two teams didn't get better out of this situation. And two of those teams are going to struggle. Those two teams being, you want to know what those two teams are? Miami Heat and the Sixers didn't get really anything out of this. If anything, their conference got a lot harder with Dame and Giannis and Jrue Holiday, Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum are the Celtics side of things. So the Celtics and Blazers and Bucks got a whole lot better and should be the Eastern Conference final matchup that we're all waiting to see. I can't wait to watch the Celtics and Bucks this year. Obviously, and then there you go. But that's what I want to talk about, the Jrue Holiday trade, is talk about the offseason for a lot of teams. And obviously, there's so much more to talk about, like who's going to come out of the East on top, who's going to come out of the West. It's really tough now, but I think it's pretty much confirmed. It's going to be Celtics and Bucks in the Eastern Conference. Who's going to come out of that? It's really tough to tell. And then obviously on the other side, you have the West, which has the Lakers, who got a lot better. The Nuggets kind of got worse, but are still the Nuggets. The Clippers, if they can all stay healthy. The Suns, if things go their way, obviously a super team, so they should be winning games. Warriors, we'll see how they do. But again, Warriors in 0. And obviously everything else pretty much is the standard, continues to stay the same. At the end of the day,